Welcome to the Reckless Paradise, everyone. I am your co-host, Dystro, and I'm doing the intro this time with my Marissa. Say hi.
What's up?
What's up?
I'm currently sitting here with a calzone.
You didn't get me one. How
It
dare
was for
you?
free. What am I supposed to do?
It was for
So, live review 10 out of 10. Good calzone. a
free.
lot
Oh
of lot of ricotta, I can tell you that. But anyways, welcome. Happy Sunday, even though it kind of feels like a Saturday.
yeah, it kind of does for me.
Here comes Tigger.
You're.
Hi, my baby.
So, I heard you have a calzone in here.
Thank you all for joining. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Um, it's shoot the shit. I mean, kind of typical shoot the shit. Episode 15, first one of the year.
It doesn't feel like it's episode 15 at all,
Not really.
as she's stuffing her
I
face
apologize.
full.
You're going to hear me eating the whole episode. This piece is huge.
It's huge.
We're late as it is recording. We were supposed to record it an hour ago. So I was like, fuck, I'm going to eat while I do this. So I deserve it.
It's a free calzone. I mean, come on.
It has been a very wild last month. I could definitely say that you and we ended 2023 on a good note. We had a really good, fun little New Year's party with our pal Corey
Oh god.
and Jaden.
Yeah, it was it was very tamer. It was very tame compared to last year.
Oh, last year, we were uncensored. We were playing Cards Against Humanity. Oh my god, we were up till like 3 in the morning last year.
Yeah. Man, this I know this month has gone by so quick because we're at the time of recording, we're in the middle of January right now,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't feel like it, to be honest with you.
It really doesn't. Like the last 2 weeks have went by so quick. Like for January, I'm talking about. Even Christmas went by quick.
Like it just feels like New Year's Day just happened,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like, oh well, no, we're in the middle of January now. It's like, what the fuck?
I know, right?
But hopefully, you guys are having a good month so far, and hope you had your uh, a good Christmas.
Yes.
Hopefully, you spend it with your family, your loved ones. Uh, Hopefully, you got all the gifts that you got this year, or well, next
That you
last year
wanted.
that you wanted last year.
Hmm.
I before like way before we started recording, my mom and my pa, shout out to the mama and papa Dystro.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday they had gotten this the Walmart order, which is like a whole bunch of stuff, like a whole bunch of food stuff that we really needed, and they got an Aldi's order, which is some food that we needed as well. And sometimes, like with the Walmart orders, like they give you like these like little like not care packages, but like kind of like stuff full of like just like little snacks and little tidbits and like some free stuff.
Yeah.
And they gave us some like little snacks some like some nuts and all that stuff. But then they threw in some like energy drink stuff,
Hmm.
but it was a V8. There was a V8 in a can, like one of those like skinny like kind of cans.
Yeah. I've seen those drinks before.
And then there was a kiwi strawberry rain uh energy drink
Hmm.
in the same care package. I was like, oh, okay. And then there was a little pack of oh, what was it? It was an energy like thing so that you like pour it into like a water and like shake it up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That was in there as well. So it was like three energy drinks right there.
Wow.
And before way before we started recording, I I cracked open the kiwi strawberry one. Oh, like I took like one sip of it, like, oh, that was so good.
That does sound good. It's just like if it's an energy drink, I can't have it because it messes
Yeah.
with my pulse.
But then I was like, I wonder if I can mix it with something. And I mixed it with whatever I had for my Coke in a bottle earlier today. I just poured it in there. I just poured both inside of my little like water bottle that I have,
Hmm.
and to be honest with you, it wasn't that bad. Um, I mean, I had to like wash it out afterwards, but then I
Right.
put water, like regular water in it. So I'm probably gonna be up for like a while, but
I hope I am too because I took like a 4 hour nap today. I slept the whole fucking day.
but um uh shall we get into what our
Wow.
past month and a half has been up to?
Well, before that, I just want to say garlic, best thing ever.
Either makes your breath stink afterwards, but
I don't give a flying shit. I love garlic. Like I love garlic bread. I love the pizza
I like
crust that they use at
I
this pizza place here. Like it's
I
like they
like
spread
I
on
like
this like garlic oil on the crust and it's so good.
I like garlic bread. It's just garlic bread does not like me. It does
I
not
like
like me at
if
all.
you were to try Giuseppe's Pizza here, located in Malone, you would love their pizza. It's like they put this like garlic oil on the crust. And it's so good. And there's like garlic seasoning on this calzone that I'm eating right now. Mmm. I could taste it. I love the
Um,
aftertaste of garlic. It's just like, it's like to die for.
oh, okay.
I will
So
die on a hill for this.
queer. just just like Marissa.
And you wash it down with a mellow yellow. By the way, not Spons. I wish we were. Mellow yellow, I feel like it's literally the most underrated drink of the 21st century.
I would say Pib Extra is kind of like underrated too, because I haven't had a Pib Extra in a long ass time.
I've never heard of it.
Pib Extra is like it's from the exact same company as like Coke and stuff.
Let me Google it. Hold on. I just want to see what the bottle looks like, see if I've seen it before.
It's like it's kind of like one of those like rare kind of drinks that
What's
not a lot of people have.
what's it called?
Pib, it's PIBB, and then extra like without the e at the end or at the beginning.
Oh. Yeah, we don't have that around here.
I guess it's more of a southern thing.
It probably is, yeah, because I myself have never seen it up here in my life. Like in my
It's
21 years of being on this planet, I've never seen it.
hmm, it's
What
crazy.
even is it? Like, what does it
It,
taste like?
it tastes just like it's like from the exact same people that like wow. Um, I'm gonna clip that later.
Garlic. Garlic, people,
Garlic.
garlic.
Let me just write down that timestamp real quick.
8:30 something or 8:25 or whatever.
I'll look for that later. Um, but it's from the exact same people that make like Coke, Diet Coke, Dr. Pepper sort of area, like Sprite and all that stuff. It's like it's in the Dr. Pepper and Coke family.
Hmm.
It's like that long lost relative that doesn't get talked about very much. It's like
It's kind of like,
that's what Pib
yeah.
Extra is.
It's kind of like mellow yellow. Like every time you always ask somebody, "Oh, what's your favorite soda?" Nobody ever says mellow yellow, and it's like so freaking good.
It's like the only time that I remember having Milla Yellow was when I was like a wee lad, like back in the day.
Me too.
And oh, what was it? Me and my mom, we went to the pool, and you know how like sometimes like the pool will have like a little restaurant thing, like like concession stand, like you can get hot dog, pretzel, nacho chips and all that stuff. They had like mellow yellow, but they would give it to you in like these like little cups and stuff, not like a bottle or anything. They give it
Right.
to like these like little cups that like if you like crush it like so hard, like it'll like spill out on the side or something. So it's like you gotta be very careful, like how to like hold it and position it and shit.
Mm.
But yeah, it's like I think it's more of the southern thing more rather than a northern thing.
Oh, that pib, that whatever you said.
The Pib Extra, yeah. It was it's called Doctor Pib,
Yeah,
but
I see
then
that. It was called Dr. Pibb, but then they kind of like switched the name to Pib
it's
Extra.
it's more extreme.
I just, for me, Mellow Yellow, it's like the smoother cousin of Mountain Dew. It's so good.
Also, my ma had just messaged me. She said, "Making cinnamon rolls and sausage in the morning for breakfast for us."
I'm on my way over. Cancel the show. I'm on my way. We just end it there. Oh my god.
I'm here for cinnamon rolls.
I'm here for
I'm here
sausages.
for I'm here for the cinnamon rolls and the sausage.
I'll make the biscuits and gravy, the freaking country style morning breakfast gravy. Oh, that shit's to die for, man.
Biscuits and gravy.
Not Jesse and Festus. Oh no.
um, but yeah, it's like,
Hi.
man, that like brings me back to my childhood so bad. Like, it's not even funny.
Ugh.
But further ado,
I'm full. I ate the rest of my piece. Now it's
uh,
just a matter. Now it's just a matter of time before the carbs start kicking in and make me tired. Ugh, I'm burping up pepperoni already. Okay, so my January has not been off to the hottest start. Recently, a few people I know actually have passed away. One being, if you guys remember that ex boyfriend I was telling you guys about last spring, it was his grandfather who had passed away. So again, God bless him. I know he's in a better place and he's not suffering anymore because he's had a string of heart problems the last 2 to 3 years now. Um, Unfortunately, he passed away on the 4th of January, which was literally not too long ago, about almost 2 weeks ago. Again, God bless him. Um, I hope you're doing all right up there. I actually drove past the cemetery that he was buried in. I drove past it yesterday because I had to go on delivery yesterday. Or not actually, it wasn't even yesterday. I think it was like earlier, like I think it might have been Thursday. Actually, it might have been Thursday I went. No, no, no. It was Friday because that was the day of the services. And ironically, my first delivery for the night with my dad was down that way. So I already went past it. So kind of got to pay my respects by driving by. It was kind of freaky. Um, but I was a lesson kind of learned here. Sometimes it just doesn't pay to be nice to people. Would you like to tell them why, Dystro?
yes. So she had tried to make not amends, but just try to extend kind of like an olive branch, so to speak, figuratively, um, to her ex. Just trying to be,
Nice.
respectful and just be nice. And he has he has you blocked everywhere.
Yeah, and then I
And
reached out via cell phone text.
yeah,
That went through, and it says he read both of my texts. Didn't get a response.
for like what, like
I didn't get a response at all.
ever since like he had passed, like he didn't even give you a response at all.
No, and I just texted him this morning,
Yeah,
asked him
it
if he
was
was
like,
okay.
yeah, and still no response. And it's like,
Nothing.
I mean, at least you were trying to be like, hey, like, no, like, just trying to be respectful and all that
Hey, I was
stuff.
like, hey, you good? Like, you can talk to me if you want. Not begging, obviously. I'm just like, hey, you good?
You good, bro?
That's
You
really
good?
all I was saying. It's like, really? Like,
But it's
and
like,
it's funny because my mom and my sister also reached out to him like a day after the passing. He replied to both of them,
but not you.
but not me. So it's like kind of a slap in the face. And then get this. I think I already told you about this as well.
Yeah, you
I
did.
got threatened.
Yeah, so was it his sister?
One of his sisters.
Uh,
Again.
completely out of the blue, by the way, too.
Yeah, like 2 days go by after I send the first message. No, I sent the first message Friday the 5th. I waited a day to send anything. Excuse me. And then a couple days go by. I checked my Facebook Messenger because you and I were texting at the time. You were just getting off of work. It was
Mm,
Sunday, I believe. All of a
that makes
sudden,
sense.
I see like a message request pop up. I'm like, okay, I don't know who's trying to message me because like lately I've been getting a whole bunch of spam messages from random people. Like you know how that usually works.
Yeah.
And this one came up under a person I may know. I was like, okay. I click on it. It's his sister, one of his sisters, and basically it said I was harassing them when I really wasn't. I was sending my condolences to them. I was being nice. I even had you read the message that I sent, and I was like, where in this is this being harassing?
It's
Someone
like
explain to me. Make it make sense.
it's like if like I could understand like if you were harassing them or something, but you were just trying to be nice and just trying to be respectful and send condolences to him and his family. And because his grandparents treated you like you were family at that point too, when you were still together.
Yeah, they
And
did. Like they
then
were my favorite people out of everybody in that family. They were my favorite people.
and plus like I remember telling you like I would just ignore it because it's like at the end of the day, it's like you're just trying to be nice and they're just trying to be shitty and all that stuff.
My mom even said that that was shitty. Like she kind of stood up for me in that way, and
Yeah,
she's
that was
like, if
kind of
anything, like wouldn't a death, like shouldn't a death open their eyes that like
like,
they
hey,
shouldn't be bitter like that? Like,
yeah, like,
hey, maybe we shouldn't be bitter towards people. Like it's like life's too short to hold grudges. Life's too short to be an asshole to each other. It's like you think they would have had like an eye opener or something like that from that death, you know? Like that's how I think.
yeah, it's like death shouldn't, you know, try to bring people down. It should try to be like, hey, like, like this person, yeah, like this person is gone. And it's like, okay, let's not try to be shitty to people that we might try to like that might try to pay condolences to because it's like you could have just literally just been like no, I don't care. You could have literally just been like that
I
and
could have
then
been a total bitch. Yeah, I
yeah,
could have been a total bitch, but I was nice, you know, because he was there for me when I lost my grandfather almost 5 years ago, actually.
3 years,
This year will
yeah.
be 5 years.
And it's like I mean like one thing it's like the sister being like, oh well, if you're gonna keep harassing us and all that stuff, it's like we're gonna like threat like if you're threatening us. I'm like, in what word are you being threatening to them? Like, come
Yeah,
on.
I didn't even harass him. They threatened me with cops. I'm just here like, I didn't do a damn thing. I literally just paid my condolences, offered, extended my hand if he wanted to talk to me. That's that. I left it at that. I didn't even say anything else. I paid my condolences on Facebook. Like, I shared the obituary when it came out. And
Yeah,
the only person that was nice to me was his cousin,
which
who
is shocking.
who just so happens to go to school with one of my sisters, and his friends with one of my sister's friends. So I was very happy about that. She actually was very nice to me about it. I wasn't expecting it because her and I weren't on the best terms either at one point. But she's young. She's like really young. She's like my sister's age, 14, 15. So if you're listening, which I really doubt, thank you. I really appreciate that. At least somebody was nice to
Yeah,
me about this.
yeah. Um, but yeah, like that was just fucking weird. Like,
My mom was fucking fuming when she found out about
yeah,
that. She was fuming. She's like, "That's not right. You were just doing the right thing."
yeah, and like I said, like you could have completely just been like, no, I'm not gonna pay respect to him. Fuck him, and stuff. But you didn't, and you paid respect because you were, like just trying to be nice and thoughtful to, your ex and his family. But that was kind of wrong of the sister to be like, okay, this is harassment. Like, what is about it is a harassment.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
like, I'm just telling myself, make it make sense.
um, but yeah, like, no, it's like try not to hold a grudge against people if you're gonna if I can say a words of wisdom sort of thing here, if you take anything away from this episode today, people, it's like don't hold a grudge against people because it's like it's gonna come and bite you in the ass in the long
It
haul.
really will. And it's like, you guys know, like, I held so much anger towards him for the longest time. Now it's like, I'm not really so angry. It's just like, I'm like,
You're just
okay,
bitter.
I don't really care. Like, yeah, I'm a little bitter. I don't really care, Like,
It's
I
like
did my part.
yeah, it's like and he just didn't take that olive branch and reply back and stuff. It's like
Like, the least he could have said was thank you.
yeah,
Seriously.
and it was kind of shitty too because it's like he didn't respond to you when you said that, but he responded to your sister
And my mom.
and your mom saying thank you. He could have said thank you to you, and you would have been like, okay, look, awesome. Like, I got the olive branch that I wanted. Being like, awesome. Nope.
And
It's like,
it's like, that's like one thing that I'm so sorry to cut you off.
no,
I
no,
didn't mean
no, go
that.
ahead. Go
Like,
ahead.
what's one thing that he wasn't too good at was communication either. Even in a relationship, like, he kind of was lacking communication skills, like how to properly communicate. You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, that's
And you
what
could kind of
many
see it
people.
still. It's just like, it's shitty. Like, I'm trying to be the adult over here. I'm trying to be very nice and as big of a heart as I have and try to express that. But if he don't want that, then that's fine. At least I did my part and I feel good about it. And I
Yeah.
know that his grandfather respects that up above. I know that he respects that. I'm sure he remembers me.
Oh yeah. Well, and plus, I bet
Ugh.
you he was like the sweetest old man in the world too.
He was funny. He was very funny, actually. Very humorous.
I mean, that's
He
every
was in the
grandpa.
military. He was in the military back in the day during the Vietnam days.
Oh, that actually reminds me. My grandpa, when he had passed, lovely grandpa,
Grandpa Dystro.
Grandpa Dicer, yes. um, I think he was in the Vietnam War too.
Wow, that's awesome.
I I I wonder if they were army buddies.
I don't know. I
That would have
really
been
don't
that'd
know.
be
That would have been
crazy.
cool.
That'd be crazy. But it's like like when my grandpa had passed, like this is before I even met you. Um, he would have been 105 this year if he had passed.
Oh my.
And yeah, like he lived a good life. He was still driving at over 100 years old.
That's insane. That is awesome. Big props to him.
Um, because he used to work for Ford back in the day, and uh, they would give him like every like maybe like 4 or 5 years or something. Like they would give him like a new car every once in a while, and and they're like, don't wreck it. And he's like, oh no, I won't. And it's like he would always take like very good care of the car and all that stuff because he was a mechanic at the Ford dealership back in the day. And like with the like the 401k and like the stock that he had in the company and all that stuff, it's like he when he retired, they just give him like a car every now and then and stuff like that. And then like he'd be driving around and stuff. Every once in a while he'll have a scary moment, but not so much.
Right.
I mean, plus he's older. He's not a spring chicken anymore. But love you, Grandpa. Wish you were still here. Um, but I want to talk about my last 2 days, if I may.
Yeah, we'll get back to mine a little bit.
um,
I gotta let my throat rest because this garlic. Whew.
that garlic's hidden.
Word of the day, garlic.
We're the day garlic. What's this fucking Sesame Street?
Ugh.
I had to take a swig of water here. All right. So, for those who do not know what I do, if you probably don't know by now, I work for Jimmy John's, which
Jimmy
is
John's.
a, sub place anywhere you could probably find it, all the United States. Um, it's a food chain that is still growing to this day. They've been open since 1983, so that would be what
Over 40 years.
40
40.
years,
This
yeah.
is four. This will be 41.
Yeah, it'd be 41 years this year. And so, my weekend boss, Andy, um, if you're listening to this, shout out. Um, he he and his sister, um, they had try to switch things up because his sister on Sundays, she's trying to like communicate with her boyfriend who's away at basic training right now, and he won't be back till May. He won't be back till May. Um, and so like any chance that she can try to talk to him when she gets it and that stuff, but it's always every Sunday, and she always asks for that day off. So like whenever he can get a chance to talk to her, she can pick up the phone and be like, hey, I missed you, blah blah blah, whatever. And so yesterday she had to work a double, which is like when you clock in the morning of like like 6 7 o'clock in the morning, from that moment till closing, that's a double. So from when you open in the morning and close at night, that's a double.
Ugh.
So that's a 12-hour day plus when you get there in the morning too. So like that's a 16-hour day just for one person.
Ew.
And she had to do that yesterday.
That's
So,
shitty.
but it's hey, it's money. It's money for them. But that's what general managers do. Like, they have to come in, early as shit and, make sure all the lettuce and tomatoes and every fucking thing is prepped and all that crap. And so, uh, she was there, and she was just chilling and stuff. It was just me and her for when we opened, but then somebody else had come along, a PIC person in charge. Um, so it was just the three of us until she left at 1 o'clock. But then the truck, the Cisco truck, who has like all of our bread, brownies, cookies, like our all of our stuff for inventory, that's all in that truck.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to it usually comes around like very early in the morning so that we could put it away and all that stuff and we don't have to deal with it later on. Well, that was not the case at all.
Ugh.
It came around like 10. It was supposed to come around 1:05 to like 2. It came around like towards like maybe almost to the end of lunch rush,
Ew.
and there was no way for either me or her trying to put away that truck while we were trying to make sandwiches and all that stuff and try to take orders and all that stuff. Uh, so my uh, friend Emmy, she was very stressed out yesterday.
Well, yeah.
She was very very stressed out, and so I was in the like I had to put aside a delivery real quick so that I can help her catch up making sandwiches.
Ugh.
And then the truck would still keep coming in with all this stuff so that we could try to put it away. It's like there was a literal maze in the back that she had to go through just to try to get to the back there.
That sucks.
And then I called up Andy, who's my other weekend manager. I was like, hey, like, your sister is stressing the fuck out right now. Uh, can you please come by and try to help us out, like, just to like get us ahead and all that stuff? He goes, I'm on my way. Give me 15, 20 minutes. I was like, okay, thank you.
God.
So, but he was putting away groceries and all that stuff. I was like, okay, I understand that. So then he comes by. I said, thank you for coming in. He's like, yeah, no problem, no problem. And so he helps put away the truck and make sandwiches and all that stuff. And she finally calms down after a while. And then today was the almost the exact same thing, but minus the truck.
Well, at least the truck wasn't there.
Well, yeah, it's like it's always weekends that we have to put
Yeah.
away the truck because inventory day is like always Tuesday or Friday. So it's like, but today was like no exception either because it's just like we were just trying to like get caught up on bread management. We almost ran out of bread twice today.
Damn.
Yeah. So the last 2 days, yesterday and today, was kind of stressful, but I mean, we made it work.
That's
So
good. That's good
plus
that
I
it
made
worked out.
plus I made like cash tips, just helping, make the sandwiches and stuff too. So got some money in the end.
Wish I could make freaking subs all day, but then again, like I tell myself this all the time, I could never work in like a food place because I would end up eating everything in sight.
Well, I mean, like, there's sometimes like when if a sandwich like is like mistakenly like say for example like something like goes awry on it and stuff. Some people will actually be like, hey, like, can I get something put on like, or can you remake it or something like? They'll be like, okay, and but it would just be waste and stuff. So we could just put it in the computer, be like, okay, yeah, it's waste, and then we'll just take it and just I'll be like, I'll eat it, you know.
Speaking of extra food, so this is what happened tonight. So 10 o'clock came. My dad gets off at 10 o'clock on.
Hmm.
It's like weekdays he gets off at 10. Fridays and Saturdays he doesn't get off till 11. So today was 10 o'clock night. He calls me. I'm like, okay, good, he's coming home. No, I have to go back out with him because he has to go deliver an order to the owner's house because somebody placed an order about an hour ago around 9 o'clock. They never came and picked it up. They forgot to come pick it up.
Uh,
So it was considered a wasteful order. So the cashier calls up the owner and asks him what they should do. They give the calzone to my dad for free. And the owner just said, "Bring me the pizza that was for the order," which was a Hawaiian pizza. So I was like, okay, thank God, because I don't like pineapple. I don't like pineapple at all. So we got a free calzone out of the deal because some idiot didn't come and pick up the order.
that's like at my job sometimes.
The owner was like, you can take the calzone home, just bring me the pizza." I'm like, sweet.
Hmm.
So we got a free calzone out of it. And then on top of that, my dad had already ordered a pizza for tonight, just, to snack on or whatever. And so now we have a whole pizza to eat, and we have like a half calzone left to eat.
Well,
So let's just say I'm going to be eating a lot of garlic flavored stuff for like the next 24 hours.
Jesus.
But they say garlic's really good for your bloodstream and for your heart, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Um, but like outside of the pod stuff, like, could I tell them what we've been doing for like the last few days, or should I say that for another episode?
What have we been doing the last few days?
So we've been doing the
Oh,
so
the fucking wrestling stuff.
yeah,
How did I forget?
wow. So we've been well outside of the pod, I should say. Marissa has been watching some new Legacy Inc. stuff, and I have as well. And
And
we've been trying to do or replicate the Royal Rumble-thon that they do every year, but we try to like do it between like 3 or 4 games. Uh,
that, and we're doing the money is well, we just finished Money is in the Bank,
yeah, that didn't take very long either.
and then
Um,
King of the Elimination Chamber definitely didn't take very long.
yeah, and the Royal Rumble thing, it was only between 4 people. It was like what? It was Angelo Dawkins, God, Bruno Sammartino, and Andre the Giant. But we did individual singles matches, and then we put them in the final
Oh, my
thing.
dad made a cameo on here.
No,
I don't know if my mic picked it up. I muted myself like really quick.
I don't
Um,
think it did. So
damn. Okay. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of that wrestling stuff, and I think the next thing we're gonna do is Kingiest of the Ringiest.
hmm,
And I got a couple
um,
other ones up my sleeve that I want to try.
survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. It's just, oh, the king of the tag teams. Mm.
King of the tag teams.
Another thing that I've been doing on my own since Royal Rumble season's coming up, our good pal Big Kev. Big Kev, if you're watching, shout out to you. You get the shout out for the episode.
That's my big
He
homie.
he's been letting me use his Peacock account. So I have been going through and rewatching a lot of the old Royal Rumble matches, starting with '04, and right now I am on 2010. I have to finish the 2010 one. I think I only made it like a quarter of the way through before I got a little tired.
Mm,
So I got to finish that one up. I'm going to try to make it to at least 2015 and then I'm going to stop because I want to backtrack and go back to 2002 and 2003 because I didn't do those yet.
yeah. I've been doing off the pod as well. I have been watching old school like '06 stuff in preparation for an episode later on this month. Uh, but then I've also been going back to the old school NXT stuff, not the game show NXT,
Like the
and
black and gold
but
NXT.
but Black and Gold NXT, like when it was at Full Sail, and then beyond that.
I plan on going back to like '07 ECW because that's when I started watching wrestling. And in particular, I grew up watching a lot of that ECW, that and TNA. So I'm going to go back to '07 ECW after I finish my Royal Rumble stuff and go rewatch a couple things. It's been quite a while and I'd like to rewatch it. I might actually go back and rewatch the game show NXT because that's another thing I used to watch as a kid. Just once, I just want to bring back some good memories. Um,
Uh,
so I think I have one last thing to talk about before we wrap this up. So, like I said, there's been quite a few people that have passed away that I know. One of them being of which I don't know if he's listening to this, but my favorite teacher. Um, if you're listening to this, you know exactly who you are. You were my homeroom teacher for 4 years, and you were also my history teacher my junior year, and you're also my sister's global teacher this year. So shout out if you're listening to this. Him and his wife just recently had a newborn. Unfortunately, that newborn didn't make it. The newborn only lasted about 6 hours.
well,
She was born early. I think originally she was supposed to be born for like another couple of weeks or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say too much in case I'm wrong. Um, but by the looks of it, she was born a little early and looks like she had like a defect in her face, based off of the pictures I saw. Unfortunately, she didn't make it. She only made it about 6 hours and 18 minutes or something like that. Um, I was heartbroken when I found out. My sister texted me the morning that the baby died. I'm like, oh, don't tell me that. Because I saw the Facebook post that they had the baby like a couple days prior, and that she was a fighter and they need the prayers and blah, 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 all that stuff. And then come to find out a couple days later, I find out the baby died that same day. I'm like, oh, that sucks, you know? Because I have my teacher. I have that teacher on Facebook. He's like one of the only teachers I have on from high school on Facebook.
mm,
Because when you're out of high school, you can add your teachers if you want. He's the only one I added because he was just that cool. He was just that great of a teacher. Just, just like even besides being a teacher, he's just a great person. He was a great person to go talk to about anything, and um, it just sucks that happened to him. I remember when I was a freshman, he had just became a dad of triplets. He had
wow.
just had triplets when I was a freshman. So again, if you're listening, hi, I miss you. Um, I'm so sorry about what happened. So sorry about the loss of your little baby. I hope you're okay. Hang in there. I really doubt he listens to this show, but just in case, you just never know. These days, anybody could be
Yeah.
watching in this internet world. Um, but yeah, he of all people, I don't know why it happened to him. He was just, oh, he's a good person. I know he's a good father to his three kids. It just sucks, And having triplets isn't easy. I can tell you that.
Yeah, triplets is it's it's a struggle for some people, but if you can juggle all three kids, you know, like it's hard for some people. I know that because
Yeah.
I know some people like there was a couple that usually comes into my work a lot, and they have four kids. They have like three or four kids. I can't remember how many, but um, and they always like try to juggle them, and then try to eat and all that stuff, and try to make sure like they're not doing shit and all that stuff. But like it's hard for some people. It's like, but then again, it's like I'm not the person that wants to have any kids anytime soon, and I'm
Me
not going to want
neither.
to. Because like like I'd be like, yeah, yeah, I'll watch your kid, but I'm not going to have any, But God bless your teacher. Hopefully he'll be better
He's
soon.
supposed to be returning back to the classroom. I think sometime in February. My sister said after winter break. I think, um, because he's on obviously paid maternity leave
Mm.
for 6 weeks, which it sucks now because like they had the baby. Like you go through like the thing is like you, as a mother you go through all these weeks, all the trimesters being pregnant, all the
And then
pain, all the blood work, all the doctor's visits, all the checkups, and
it just
you
goes
go
over.
through it all just yeah to lose the baby.
It's like it sucks for mothers out there.
It does.
Um, because like one of my high school friends, she just had her baby not so long ago,
Oh wow.
and I can't remember how big the baby was, but or anything, but like he he's gonna grow up with a good mom because I know this girl for like the longest time, ever since high school,
Hmm.
and she and I, we were like best friends and all. So it's like we kind of drifted our separate ways a little bit, but it's like I know like a lot of my friends out there, they're gonna be either moms or dads and stuff. Like there's some people that I know that they have kids now, and like if you're listening to this out there, guys, it's like shouts out because you guys are the real troopers out there. Because it's like you're judge. Let me say this again: juggling work, life, and kids all in the same breath every day, and I commend you for that. I can barely juggle work and life on my own
Right?
sometimes, but hopefully you guys are doing good out there, and it's like let's try to make this year a good year, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's been off to a rocky start. I can tell you that. But we're only in the first month, and the saying goes usually January is your free trial for 2024. February is when your actual subscription kicks in.
Damn thing, it's $10 a month.
Nah, it's fucking $25 a month.
Oh fuck.
We're getting
Fuck
ripped.
that.
We're getting ripped off.
Shit, it
But
should be free
anyways, we've been blabbling on enough. I think we've kind of summed up the last month very well. Um, so that concludes episode 15 of Shoot the Shit. Hope you guys enjoyed. Now, back to the regular schedule here. This Thursday, oh yeah, the time has come. We are going to be revisiting an episode that we did almost 2 years ago. Our top 10 Fall Out Boy songs. Oh my god, I am scared for this one.
And Marissa was so kindly enough to send me the link for this said episode, so thank you.
Yeah,
So
so
I
now you
don't
don't
have
have
to
to
go
go
looking
search.
for it. So I don't have to go looking for it.
Yeah, so you're going to go ahead and re listen to that episode and write down our top 10 list from nearly 2 years ago. I say nearly because it's not exactly 2 years ago.
Mm,
We did it in 2022, but it was like later in 2022. It's
right.
like summertime, I believe we did it.
Think so, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be comparing those picks to this year's picks because we just finished the pilgrimage at the end of 2023. So that's going to be very interesting. This one took me a while to really come up with a list because there's so many good songs. And I actually did some honorable mentions. So y'all will have to wait and see what our picks are.
Hmm.
So that'll be this Thursday. You won't want to miss it. I also have Song of the Night. So, on a more positive note, somebody turns 55 today, and it's Mr. Dave Grohl himself. If y'all
Mm.
know who he is, he was the drummer for Nirvana, and he's also current lead singer and guitar player of the Foo Fighters. And if y'all know well enough, the Foo Fighters have had a pretty big impact on me and Dystro over here. We have been listening to them quite a bit since we did the pilgrimage back in June and July of last year. So, what a better way to end the night and dedicate the birthday to Dave Grohl by picking a Foo Fighters song? And I kind of decided to go back to the debut album for this one. I'm gonna go with Weenie Beanie.
Oh my god.
I'm going with Weenie Beanie. It's a very loud, fast paced song. Definitely sounds more of like a mid 90s vibe.
Hmm.
It sounds like nothing like you would have thought the Foo Fighters were going to sound like later on. Like, if you compare that song to like something from like, I don't know, One by One, it's not the same. Like, that debut album has a whole different vibe compared to the other Foo Fighters albums that were to come after it. So I'm going to go with Weenie Beanie by the Foo Fighters. If you guys want to check that out, I'm going to put a link at the top right hand corner at the end of the episode. There is no music video for this, there's just the audio from the debut album. So go ahead and take a listen. Happy birthday, Mr. Dave Grohl.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
One of literally one of the nicest people in rock and roll will forever be Dave Grohl.
It's like I would just love to pick his brain for a little bit and just be like all that music knowledge that he has in his brains. Like I just want to like just pick it, you know, just
I just
look
want to
at
meet
it
him and give him a hug.
like thank you, and then just like squeeze him like so tight. It's like okay.
He's just so cool, you know, like he's been through and seen it all. It's like he knows the insides and outs of music. He knows the dark side of music, and it's just, man,
Shit. Could you imagine if they made a series called Dark Side of the Music?
that would be nice. Like dark side of the music, and like they focus in on different genres and stuff, or like
It,
different bands for that matter.
it's kind of like it's like if anybody knows this series, Behind the Music back in the day.
I used to watch it.
It's like like I think it'd be kind of cool. And it's like man, like Dave Grohl, like doing it, like
What's funny is I used to watch Behind the Music on VH1
yeah.
when I was a
Mhm.
kid, and then that's how I kind of learned what Def Leppard was all about because they did an episode on Def Leppard back in the day. They did one on them. They did Poison. I think they did Van Halen. They did a whole bunch. I think they did AC/DC as well.
Mhm.
Um, but anyways,
Getting
went
off track
off on a
there,
little tangent.
but
Um,
happy birthday, Mr. Grohl.
yes, happy birthday, Dave. If you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Go on ahead and follow us on social media by clicking on the link in the description below, which will take you to the Linktree. We have Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Reddit. So go on ahead and follow us there to keep up to date with the show. Dystro, your YouTube channel. What are you at right now?
1,113 right now.
That's not bad. That's actually not bad considering we're almost halfway through the month. Um, if y'all aren't familiar already, he's got a gaming YouTube channel. Posts on it weekly. He actually just uploaded some funny shit tonight.
Yeah, that actually kind of worked.
Yeah, I actually really am glad I kind of suggested that song for that video.
Oh boy, this gonna spread like wildfire. uh,
So please go subscribe to Dice Show. Go send him some love. Share his stuff around. Once again, take a listen to tonight's song of the night, Weenie Beanie by Foo Fighters. Why am I laughing every time I say that song? Weenie
uh,
Beanie.
Weenie Bee.
Sounds like something Ken's would say.
I mean, that was what his name for a little bit.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That was his Discord display name for like a few months.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Uh,
And we'll catch
and
you guys on Thursday.
peace.
Peace.